Have you ever felt like you're losing your mind on the path to personal growth and spiritual awakening? What if I told you that this feeling is not only normal, but essential for true transformation? In this video, we'll explore why letting go of your old ways of thinking is a crucial step in the ascension process. Ascension is a term that's often used in spiritual circles, but what does it really mean? At its core, ascension refers to a significant shift in consciousness and perspective. It's a process of rising above the limitations of the physical world and connecting with higher levels of awareness and understanding. This process can be challenging as it requires us to let go of old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve us. One of the biggest obstacles to ascension is the ego and the mind. The ego is the part of us that identifies with our thoughts, beliefs, and experiences. It's the voice in our head that tells us who we are and how the world works. While the ego serves a purpose, it can also be a barrier to spiritual growth when it's overly attached to old patterns and ways of thinking. The mind, on the other hand, is like a computer that's been programmed with certain beliefs and assumptions. These programs are based on our past experiences, societal conditioning, and cultural norms. When we're on the path of ascension, we begin to question these programs and realize that they may not be serving our highest good. This is where the feeling of losing your mind comes in. As we start to let go of old thought patterns and beliefs, it can feel like we're losing our grip on reality. We may feel confused, disoriented, and unsure of who we are and what we believe. This discomfort is actually a sign that we're stepping out of our comfort zone and growing. It's important to remember that this process of letting go is not easy. It requires a great deal of courage, trust, and surrender. We have to be willing to let go of our need for control and trust that there is a higher wisdom guiding our journey. This can be scary, especially when we've been taught to rely on our minds and our intellect to navigate the world. One of the most challenging stages of the ascension process is what's known as the dark night of the soul. This is a period of intense confusion, doubt, and loss of identity. It can feel like everything we once believed is falling apart, and we're left with nothing to hold on to. This experience is often described as a spiritual crisis, and it can be deeply unsettling. However, it's important to remember that the dark night of the soul is a necessary stage in the ascension process. It's a portal to a new level of understanding and clarity. When we allow ourselves to fully surrender to the process, we emerge on the other side with a new perspective and a deeper sense of connection to our true selves. Emerging from the dark night of the soul can feel like a rebirth. We may feel a sense of lightness, clarity, and purpose that we've never experienced before. We may also find that our relationships, our work, and our sense of meaning in life have shifted in profound ways. One of the keys to navigating this process is to let go of our need for certainty and embrace the unknown. This can be challenging as the mind craves certainty and control. However, when we open ourselves up to the possibility that there may be something beyond our current understanding, we create space for new insights and opportunities to emerge. As we continue on the path of ascension, we may find that our perception of reality begins to shift. We may start to see the world in a new way, recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and the divine nature of existence. This expanded awareness is essential for ascension, as it allows us to move beyond the limitations of the physical world and connect with higher levels of consciousness. Integration and embodiment are also important aspects of the ascension process. Once we've released the old patterns and beliefs that have been holding us back, we need to integrate our new insights into our daily lives. This means living from a place of expanded consciousness rather than falling back into old habits and ways of thinking. Embodiment is about bringing our spiritual awareness into our physical reality. It's about aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with our highest truth and living in a way that reflects our inner wisdom. This can be challenging as it requires us to let go of the need for external validation and approval and trust in our own inner guidance. It's important to remember that ascension is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Even after we've had a profound spiritual awakening, there will still be moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. The key is to keep moving forward, letting go of what no longer serves us, and trusting in the journey. One of the most powerful tools for navigating the ascension process is meditation. When we take time to quiet the mind and connect with our inner wisdom, we create space for new insights and understanding to emerge. Meditation helps us to release stress, anxiety, and negativity, and cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity. Another important aspect of ascension is self-care. Taking care of our physical, emotional, and spiritual needs is essential for maintaining balance and stability during times of change and transformation. This may involve practices like yoga, exercise, healthy eating, spending time in nature, and surrounding ourselves with supportive people. It's also important to remember that ascension is not a solitary journey. While the process is ultimately an individual one, we can find support and guidance from others who are on a similar path. Connecting with like-minded people, whether through spiritual communities, workshops, or online forums, can provide a sense of comfort and camaraderie during challenging times. Ultimately, the ascension process is about remembering who we truly are and why we're here. It's about letting go of the false identities and limitations that have been placed upon us by society and reconnecting with our divine nature. When we do this, we begin to live from a place of authenticity, creativity, and joy. Losing our minds may feel scary and uncomfortable, but it's a necessary step in the process of spiritual growth and transformation. When we let go of what we think we know and open ourselves up to new possibilities, we create space for miracles to occur. We begin to see the world through the eyes of love, compassion, and unity rather than fear, separation, and scarcity. As we continue on the path of ascension, it's important to remember that we are never alone. There is a higher power that is guiding and supporting us every step of the way. Whether we call this power God, the universe, or simply our own inner wisdom, it is always with us, offering guidance and strength when we need it most. In conclusion, losing your mind is an essential part of the ascension process. It may feel uncomfortable and scary at times, but it is a necessary step in letting go of what no longer serves us and reconnecting with our true nature. By surrendering to the process, trusting in the journey, and taking care of ourselves along the way, we can emerge on the other side with a new level of clarity, purpose, and joy. So if you find yourself feeling like you're losing your mind, remember that this is a sign that you're on the right track. Keep going, even when it feels difficult, and trust that the universe has your back. You are a divine being with infinite potential, and your journey of ascension is just beginning.